Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl, B Sparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. How y'all doing this morning? I am doing great. I'm thankful that the Most High saw fit to wake me up this morning. And with you, if you are within the sound of my voice, I'm thankful that He woke you up this morning too. All praises to the Most High. Yah. So the other day we talked about diseases that are making a comeback, but according to this article in the Time magazine, it is saying that these diseases are making a comeback because people are not getting vaccinated. Okay, um, listen, I am all about making my own decisions for what's right for me, and that goes for anybody. Whatever you want to do, it's your decision. Make the decision that is best for you and your family. So this article says measles has made a comeback, at least in New York City, where as many as 19 cases have been confirmed. New York City isn't an anomaly, though. Diseases that are and have been avoidable in the United States thanks to vaccines are resurfacing all across the country. Measles, for instance, was considered wiped out in 2000, but there have been several outbreaks in the past few years. Several outbreaks. You've been hearing about it all over the place. Like we're going through plague after plague after plague after plague. The emergence of these diseases, especially measles, is alarming and mostly due to parents in the United States not vaccinating their kids. If you are unvaccinated and you come in contact with measles, there's a 90% chance you will get it, says Jason McDonald, a spokesperson for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC. Though measles outbreaks are primarily linked to unvaccinated people, McDonald notes that some vaccines aren't foolproof. For example, the whooping cough vaccine may lose its efficacy over time, and overall, most people do get their vaccinations. A CDC report looking at children entering kindergarten for the 2012 to 13 school year in all U.S. states found that more than 90% of these kids had their vaccines. Still, there are people, including public figures and celebrities, who don't vaccinate their kids and promote their choices. Most infamously, Jenny McCarthy has espoused her anti-vaccination position because she believes vaccines are full of toxins and cause autism. When she recently posed a question on Twitter about finding a mate, the vaccine backlash was loud and clear. Just how harmful are those notions, though? Here are some diseases making a vicious return thanks to people not getting vaccinated, according to this article, not according to BuzzTweet Radio, not according to BeeSparrow, but according to this Time magazine article on time.com. Measles, mumps, whooping cough, chickenpox. Those are the four that's making a big comeback. And I also heard a doctor, and I read an article that says polio is making a comeback, and doctors are encouraging people to get polio. So listen, I have this article that I wanted to read. Y'all thought that was the article, huh? I have this article that I wanted to read about a man that tested positive for COVID, monkeypox, and HIV after taking a trip to Spain. That's why I don't want to travel. I'm supposed to be traveling to North Carolina this week. I do not want to go. There are cases of monkeypox in North Carolina. But anyway, we'll talk about it after I fetch my article, okay? Okay. BuzzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976, this video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment purposes only.
All right, I know people have been sitting there, but I got to bring this queen up here. BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow. I was keeping my eye on that sparrow sitting over there with me. Come on in. What's up, BeeSparrow?
I can't call it, Dennis Byron. I can't call it. So I have fetched my article from Newsweek. Man tests positive for COVID, monkeypox, and HIV after taking a trip to Spain. And that's what we're talking about, y'all. Plagues all over the place. Is the world being judged? Is the Most High judging the world again? As in the days of Egypt, so many plagues. I keep speaking about the parvovirus. The virus that's attacking infants. In my previous video, I talked about, I think it's called EDH. It's a disease that's attacking deer. So the world is being judged for its wickedness and evil. So a man from Italy has tested positive for COVID-19, monkeypox, and HIV all at the same time after returning from a short trip in Spain, according to researchers from the University of Catania in Italy. The scientists stated in the Journal of Infection that the 36-year-old man, who has not been identified, developed fever, a sore throat, fatigue, and headache as a result of the co-infection. There are 632.4 million people living with 3 viruses individually. The World Health Organization, WHO, said that there have been over 594 million confirmed COVID cases worldwide as of last Wednesday. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has confirmed around 44,503 monkeypox cases globally as of Wednesday. The World Health Organization reported in July that 38.4 million people were living with HIV across the world in 2021. Most High, help us all. The Journal of Infection report pointed out the continuing dominance of COVID-19 and monkeypox in the world as they published details about the man's co-infection. The Italian man reportedly spent 5 days in Spain in June and developed the symptoms 9 days after returning from his trip. As for COVID, The patient received 2 doses of the COVID vaccine and had already contracted the virus in January, but he tested positive for COVID-19 on July 2nd and began developing a rash on his left arm on the same day. The next day, small, painful vesicles that surrounded a rash appeared on the patient's torso, lower limbs, face, and glutes. The vesicles continued to spread on July 5th and developed into pustules, which prompted him to go to the emergency department at the University Hospital in Catania, where he was transferred to the infectious disease unit. At the hospital, the patient tested positive for monkeypox after reporting that he had condomless intercourse with men during his stay in Spain. Listen, I'm going to have to say that again. At the hospital, this is according to Newsweek.com now. At the hospital, the patient tested positive for monkeypox after reporting that he had condomless intercourse with men during his stay in Spain. Again, this man had condomless, meaning he didn't have a condom on, condomless intercourse with men during his stay in Spain. So we do know that monkeypox is most popular amongst gay men, but that does not mean that it's only spread amongst gay men. It has reached out to heterosexual people also. And there is a cashier in Georgia that says she believes she contracted it through money. So back to this Newsweek article. The case highlights how monkeypox and COVID-19 symptoms may overlap and corroborates how in case of co-infection, anamnestic collection and sexual habits are crucial to perform the correct diagnosis. Researchers said. So these diseases are spreading through humans and some animals. The United States now has 1/3 of the world monkeypox cases. And like I mentioned before in the article that I read, vaccine-derived people that aren't vaccinated, not necessarily with COVID-19 vaccination, but when I was in elementary school, we had to get vaccinated. A lot of people did not vaccinate their children from elementary school. So according to these articles, because of that, these diseases are spreading. So the man was discharged from the hospital on July 11 and isolated at home. The researchers continued that clinicians should be aware of the possibility of SARS-CoV-2 and monkeypox viruses co-infections, particularly in subjects with a recent history of travel to monkeypox outbreak areas. Our case, according to this article, emphasizes that sexual intercourse could be the predominant way of transmission. Therefore, Complete STI screening is recommended after a diagnosis of monkeypox, the report read. However, since this is the only reported case of monkeypox, COVID, and HIV altogether, there isn't enough evidence to support that this combination may aggravate a patient's condition. Given the current SARS-CoV-2 pandemic and the daily increase of monkeypox cases, healthcare systems must be aware of this eventuality, promoting appropriate diagnosis tests in high-risk subjects, which are essential to containment as there is no widely available treatment of these diseases. So, y'all, you have to be careful. We have to be careful. You can't even touch or hug anyone anymore. This is judgment. When you do what the Most High tells you not to do or tell us not to do, this is what happens. It's sin. But people don't want to see it. People just do not want to see it. So let me know what y'all think about this. Like, comment, subscribe, not just to my YouTube channel, but come on over here to my podcast on Spreaker.com, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Follow me there, and in return, I'll do the same. It's your girl, BeeSparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Holla at y'all, girl. Okay? Okay.
BuzzzTweet.